The Chicago Bulls suffer a hard-fought loss in Indiana to the Pacers, 127-112. You got good nights from Josh Giddey despite not three-point shooting, answering a lot of fans' questions on how productive can Josh Giddey be once that three ball stops falling from him. Great first half from Coby White, not as much in the second half of the game. Solid performance from Zach Collins and Modest Buzelis. We're going to break it all down and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Hayes, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And yeah, this was a tough game for our Chicago Bulls today, man. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. The Bulls played ultimately pretty well in this game. I like the way that they competed with the Bulls. They shot over 50% from the field. They went 10 of 33 from three-point range. They were over 46% from three in the first, or 42%, I think, from three in the first half of the game. Unfortunately, they just aren't able to keep up the momentum, and that's really where it separated it. When you look at it, the Indiana Pacers went 19 of 44 from three-point range in this game, and that is 27 more points from the three-point line than what the Chicago Bulls were able to get. Not to say that that's the only reason they lost the game, but that's really where the biggest discrepancy is between this Bulls team and this Indiana Pacers team. And the way they just executed down the stretch, you could tell which team was a playoff team and which team is just a scrappy team that's looking to play hard. The Bulls had a 9-point lead at one point in this game. They played really solid. They didn't allow their typical 50 points in the paint. We're actually close to that, 32-36 in favor of the Pacers in the paint, which is really good. I'm sorry, those were bench points. We actually won the points in the paint battle, 60-48 for the Chicago Bulls. We also won the second chance points battle, 15-6. We won the fast break point battle, 18-15. So listen, the Bulls did some really good things. We also had 25 points off turnovers in this game. And so the Bulls, they really competed hard in this game. I know that the way that the game ends up, it is, a 15-point loss by the Chicago Bulls, but don't overlook how close this game was. Second half, though, the Bulls get outscored by 21 points in the second half. They just didn't have enough down the stretch. So, it is what it is there, man. But, you really love seeing the way that this team competed today. And this team continues to play the style of basketball that I think even if you lose, Bulls fans are going to be able to rock with you because they're competing hard in these games. If you want to get into the counting stats for tonight, Coby White leads the way with 26 points. He goes 10 of 18 from the field. The first and second half splits were really different for Coby. 8 of 10 in the first half of the game, 4 of 6 from three-point range. When you look at the second half of this game, he was only 2 for 8 and 0 for 3 from three-point range, only 6 points. But I don't think it was the normal Coby White inconsistencies that led to that. He hurt his thumb at the end of that first half, and it really seemed like he just wasn't as aggressive shooting. I would not be surprised if maybe he even sits a game. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits a game. But, it is what it is there. We'll see what happens with Coby White in his thumb. Hats off. My bad. My Duke's texting me, and I always am going to read a text message when I get it from my mama. So, sue me for that one. But Josh Giddey, and the thing with Josh Giddey bad shooting, terrible shooting night from Josh Giddey, right? We're not going to glaze that. But for people that have been asking, well, how is Josh Giddey going to be effective once his shot stops falling? He was 5 of 15 from the field today, 0 of 4 from three-point range. But guess what? He still chipped in 18 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists in this game, only 2 turnovers. Josh Giddey still found a way to get to the rim. And the thing that I love about it, and the thing that I've been kind of tasking Coby White to do, Josh Giddey pushed the issue and got to the free throw line 11 times today and went 8 from 11 from the field. Now, one game sample size, right? But if this starts being what Josh Giddey can do, if we start seeing a Josh Giddey that when his shot is not falling, he says, okay, bet, I'm going to force you to guard me because I'm not going to allow you to sag off on me defensively. I'm going to force you to guard me, and if you're smaller than me, I'm about to draw some fouls. And that's what Josh Giddey did today, right? Still took some shots, some ill-advised shots. He missed some wide open shots for sure today. But the thing that Josh Giddey did that was very good, when he realized I don't have it shooting today, I'm about to just attack. I'm about to try to get to the rim. You're going to have to stop me. And he got to the free throw line 11 times for it, scoring 8 points at the free throw line, going 8 for 11. Like to see that from Josh Giddey. Modest Buzelis today, right? Mixed bag between offense and defense from Modest Buzelis today. Had some really good defensive moments. He got cooked some defensively, but he didn't allow it to take him out of his game offensively. 8 of 16 from the field today, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Modest Buzelis found a way to continue filling the stat sheet today for the Chicago Bulls, and you like to see that happen as well. So overall, all in all, the starters performed pretty well today. Dalen Terry came into the starting lineup today. He went 1 of 5 from the field, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 points. He only played 18 minutes in this game and only played 5 minutes in the second half of this game. I will not be surprised is that if Lonzo is not ready to go next game, if we actually see maybe Julian Phillips get an opportunity next game, which I really think I would like to see that when it comes down to it, to see that actual more traditional lineup with 2 forwards out there. So we'll see what that brings if Billy Donovan changes that up. But Josh Giddey got an opportunity today. Didn't really have an overall good impact. But this was also a difficult game for him and Modest defensively. Jalen Smith today, his second game back, he's 4-7 from the field for 10 points, 10 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals from Jalen Smith today. He played pretty damn well today. I like the Jalen Smith minutes today. Julian Phillips with 19 minutes, only 3 points from him, 4 rebounds. THT played 15 minutes. He got 6 points. Javon, the ball-headed Ho Carter, went 1 of 3, but his one basket was a 2-handed dunk. His first dunk in 2 years, so shout out to Jalen there. And Trey Jones minutes. I'm telling y'all what. I said it before. When Lonzo doesn't play, Trey Jones is going to get the keys to be that facilitating point guard. And for that, he had 11 points, 6 rebounds today, only 1 turnover. He went 5 of 6 from the field in his 27 minutes, gave the Bulls some really good minutes today. So, listen, overall in this game, the Bulls performed pretty damn well. They performed pretty damn well today. They unfortunately just didn't have enough to pull it out, man. And that's just what it comes down to. When you only score 45 points in the second half of a game while giving up 61, it's kind of difficult for you to win that game anyway, right? Especially when it was already a close game. You only had a 2-point lead going into halftime. So, that's what it comes down to. But the Bulls did some of the things that I like today. I would like to see a little bit less turnovers, 12 turnovers today, 24 assists on 44 made baskets. We want to be that. If you're going to make 44 baskets, you want to be that closer to 30 assists. But overall, man, this team can continue to fight. They continue to show some edge. And that's all you can really ask for a team like this. We know the Bulls aren't going to win a lot of games. Newsflash, if anybody thought the Bulls were going to win a bunch of games this season, you just weren't going to get that, right? But you can take away certain things in this game and just realize, all right, there are some things that we can definitely build off of. There's some things that look good, that were in our favor. There's some things that, of course, weren't. Coby White, I would love to see how Coby White finished the game if it wasn't for him hurting his thumb. But he's been inconsistent, so I understand it's going to be difficult for some people to give him the benefit of the doubt there. But it is what it is. We got some defensive moments. I mentioned how Modest Buzelis had some bad defensive moments. Knowing when to switch, when to hedge is something that has really hurt the Chicago Bulls. Modest Buzelis, especially when you have Modest, when you have a lot of kind of young players and players that, quite frankly, aren't really good defenders. Like if you look at it, do we have anybody that you look at on this team as a good defender in the game today? Josh Giddey, not a good defender. Coby White, not a good defender. Modest Buzelis, not a good on-ball defender yet. Good weak side defense. Dalen Terry, okay. Zach Collins, for his position, he's okay. But, we didn't have a very good defensive game today because, we just don't have the defensive makeup or the coach in Billy Donovan who really, I don't think he's not that good of a defensive coach. And you just don't have that opportunity for this team. So, the Bulls moved to 24-37 on the year. It is what it is. We got a few games left on this season. We'll continue to see how it goes and develops, and we'll just have some fun, man. That's really what this is about at this point. This is just about having fun the rest of the way. Analysis, and just looking to see what comes next for this team, man. Everything really, when it comes down for this team, everything remaining in this season for the team over its remaining 20 games left that we have here, it's just about evaluation, man. It's just about evaluation and see what the next step's going to be to try to evaluate what we're going to do going forward. So, it is what it is. Tough game. They didn't have enough to win down the stretch. Some defensive lapses, some coaching lapses happen at times in this game. And we'll see what the future holds, man. Yeah, I mean, that's just is what it is at this point. It was an enjoyable, perfectly fine end of season. We don't really want to win games anyway type of game from the Chicago Bulls, at least in my opinion. Let's see how you guys are feeling though. Sydney says, not surprised, but a hard fight. Yep, 100% agree with you, Sydney. I really hope we keep Trey Jones. I mean, G Money, here's the thing, man. Unless we trade another guard, it's going to be very, very difficult. Keep in mind, the Bulls only have 3 players that are free agents at the end of this year. Josh Giddey, who's restricted, likely coming back. Trey Jones, unrestricted. And THT, unrestricted. And we got a first-round pick and a second-round pick. Now, the second-round pick can sign a 2-way deal. You don't necessarily have to sign them to an actual deal. But so even if you're looking at bringing Josh Giddey back, you're looking at whoever you draft taking up 2 of those spots, that leaves 1 spot left on this roster. So, we'll see what happens with Trey Jones. I love the Trey Jones minutes. I love the way that he fights. If we didn't sign Lonzo Ball to a contract extension, we had traded him or something, I think that he'd be a lock in, right? I think he'd be a lock to stay on this roster. But that doesn't mean, circumstances matter. So, we'll see what the future holds for Trey Jones. But no knock on him as a player at all. Games like this, you wish you had Lonzo Ball for his defense. Yeah, for sure. Coby really is sub-zero. He went cold in the second. No, well, he hurt his thumb. I'm giving him that for this game specifically, but we'll see. I still love this team. Very, very entertaining game. Lloyd, you're absolutely right on that one. It looked like Coby really hurt his thumb and tried to gut it out, but clearly he wasn't up to shooting. Yeah, I mean, and the fact that Coby, when Coby's hot, when he has a first hot half like that, he comes out gunning in the second half. We saw Coby White that didn't really take that many shots in the second half of this game, so we'll see what happens there. Why was Lonzo out? Is it because of the game restriction he's still on? No, it's not back-to-back. Lonzo, I don't know if they gave a reason why Lonzo was out. Hold on, let me give me 1 second. Let's see. Well, I look for that. Yeah, I don't remember why they said that Lonzo was out tonight, but we do know that he was out. So it is, I don't think it was anything too serious when it comes to Lonzo. He'll be back. It is what it is. Dalen Terry kind of got in his own head on the second back-to-back possessions. Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens when you have a player that just doesn't play a lot. Like, unfortunately, when you don't play, especially in this, he went from not playing a lot to playing a little bit to starting. Sometimes it could be a little difficult for to get into that. So not to excuse it. He's gonna have to find a way to play better. We're gonna need, especially if Lonzo's gonna be out, we're gonna need Dalen to play better. So we'll see what the future holds for that. But the Bulls are figuring some stuff out. So it looks like Lonzo was a wrist injury. That's why he was out, for anybody that was asking. Dalen with 2 points in 18 minutes and Julian Phillips with 3 points in 19 minutes. That's sad. I mean, not everybody's role is to score, right? But Julian had some solid defensive moments. Dalen had a couple of defensive moments too, but overall the impact just wasn't what you need from those guys, especially with how many players you have out. Everyone looked productive despite the loss. Growing pains. Good way to put it there. Good way to put it. Did Ball and Herter have DNP, CD, and if so, what the fuck? No. Lonzo was out with a wrist injury. Herter also had something going on there. I enjoyed this game. I agree with you as well, bro. Definitely enjoyed the game. As depleted as we were, we played with some heart and not even mad. Yeah, I mean, listen. For a team that already traded its Wade's best player, didn't get anything nearly back, right? We've been competitive, more competitive than what we were at the beginning of the season in a lot of ways. But you was tight, was right. Coby came out flat after the half. Yeah, I mean, always worry about that, especially when Coby's a player that he tries to fight, and I got to give him a lot of credit for it. Coby White will try to fight through injury unless the doctors say he can't play, but he's not good about playing through injury. Like, if you go and look at games where Coby White is playing through some type of injury or even coming back initially from an injury, he never really has good games in those cases, right? What's up, fam? Just one of those games where we made some mistakes. Seems like we stopped moving without the ball at certain times. That's from Quentin from Let's Talk Bulls. Absolutely right there, brother. This was hard-fought game, but Julian Phillips and Taylor take more shots. I mean, listen, it's easy to say that, right? But you know, you never know what they're being told and what they're out there to do. I'm so hyped because our schedule is mostly under top 10 teams. We have one of the hardest schedules, and we need to lose. So this is good for the tank. We lose all these games. Tankathon, baby. Hell yeah, that is hilarious. But hey, like I said earlier in the season, when the Bulls had an easier schedule and ended up winning a lot of those games, let's wait and see what this team's going to do, man. This is a win for a team high draft pick that goes, listen, love it when the pro tankers come in, man, because they be like, hey, listen, it was a loss, but yeah, we won. I love the four of TJ, Giddey, Modest, and Collins. Coby White had a terrible fourth quarter. His IQ is terrible. I like the way Giddey and TJ set up our bigs for easy buckets, but we need that go-to guy. I disagree with you about Kobe's IQ is terrible. I think Coby is who he is as far as a player. And you say in the fourth quarter, like, he took 3 shots in the fourth quarter. He took 3 shots. And, you know, I mean, he understood, hey, I don't have it. Now, you know, I would love to see him usually in some of those situations last season. He would have tried to create more off drives, but that's what Giddey was doing. After Coby hurt his thumb, it seemed like that took him out of rhythm. Facts. Like, and that's why I said Kobe's just, he's never somebody who plays really well through who plays through injury. That's just not Coby. Competitive game throughout, just came down to closing quarters with a lot of pieces out tonight. Despite all that, we managed to stay within striking distance. I mean, yeah, listen, when it comes down to it, like, if you look at it, let's go back to the breakdown here. The Bulls held the lead for 18 minutes and 21 seconds in this game. If somebody would have told you that basically a fully healthy Indiana Pacers team minus Ben Mathurin versus a Chicago Bulls team after trading away Zach LaVine was without Lonzo, without Ayo, without Nikola Vucevic, without P. Will, which some people I know are going to say, but that's a plus, without Kevin Huerter, like, we're missing 5 players, right? So, and we were right in that game for the majority of this game. So, you know, we had 5 times that this game was tied, and so it is what it is there, man. I love seeing Giddey look like he has decided to be an offensive focal point. Him and Modest will only get better together. You get that long-term center to pair with them, man, I'm telling y'all, watch out. Yep, Josh shot the ball like shit, but still made a positive impact on the game. Love to see him still have that impact when he shoots poorly. Yeah, and listen, it's and I don't want to make it seem simple because you're putting a lot in the hands of the referee when you're trying to force the decision, force the issue and get to the free throw line. But if he can start doing that, because one thing we know about the NBA, if he starts drawing fouls consistently, he'll start getting the benefit of the doubt with the whistle. So I love that he showed that awareness that, hey, my shot's not falling. Let me get to the damn rim, and let's make the refs make a business decision, right? Has it seemed Modest 3 ball is regressing? Should we be concerned? No, because it's not regression. Because Modest Buzelis had a hot streak there 3-point shooting wise. But let's be clear. Modest Buzelis, I believe, last year in the G League shot 27%. So it's still a work in progress. Now, there's no reason to be. This whole season is up from where he came in as a rookie. That's the focal point to look at, right? You're going to get inconsistencies from a rookie month to month, week to week. You're going to have those inconsistencies. I'm looking at overall from where he came into the NBA as a rookie to where he is right now, midway, well, 2/3 of the way through his rookie season. Modest it's still up. It's all up. I hate when there's a switch and someone steps forward and no one goes to the open shooter. Yeah, I mean, that's a mix between basketball IQ and coaching thing. You got to get that together. Top 4 pick, please, because the league give Luka to the Lakers. Boston is the reigning champ. Hey, notice those big market teams are starting to get some pieces, man. The Bulls should buy out Carter. You're not trading him except in a deal with Vooch. Sign trade a 3-year, $21 million. First of all, chill on that. Secondly, they're not going to buy out Javon Carter. Like, that's just not what this team's going to do. Like, and keep in mind, the player has to agree to a buyout as well, which means that they have to, like, and the Bulls, if you're going to buy somebody out and you have to pay them their full contract in year one, you're not going to do that. Maybe they do something like that towards the trade deadline if they can't move them. But overall, I don't think they're gonna be buying out Javon Carter this offseason. Hayes, what would happen if we get the number 2 pick? Would you take Dylan Harper or Ace? I honestly think Dylan has more potential, but we already have so many guards. Yeah, we'll talk about that over the. Like, I'll get into draft analysis. We so close to the offseason. Draft analysis is going to start. We'll start talking about that. Who do you think is a better team, Hayes? Indiana Pacers or the Detroit Pistons? Ooh, that's a really good question. I'll bet on the Indiana Pacers right now only because they've been there before, right? Typically young teams, the first time they've really gone on like a playoff run, they fall, they fail, they do that type of thing. But I do not. I mean that in no way negative to what the Detroit Pistons have done this year. What they have with their young core, Cade turning into a borderline star. They got a very, very bright future there. And it would be funny to see where they would be at if Jaden Ivey didn't get hurt and is out for the rest of the season, because he was balling too. So I just woke up in Australia, saw your headline, and was about to watch, and I copped the spoiler, but I can't miss my man Hayes becoming a household name to basketball fans in Australia. That's crazy. Well, hey, shout out there. I mean, listen, I ain't nobody special. Just love my team. Love the Bulls, but what do you think about Cena turning heel last night? What the fuck are you asking me wrestling questions for? What are you talking about? Collins turned out to be a real good return. Yeah, I mean, listen, Collins has played really good, man. It's really hard to not like I get it. It's a stretch right now. We got to see how he's going to finish it. But as of right now, like, Zach Collins being on this roster looks really good for the Bulls next season, right? So, we got to see how it's going to turn out for sure. But overall, man, yeah, Collins is looking good for the Chicago Bulls, man. Jeremy, why do you always ask the same questions, brother? What's up with you and the Bulls getting to 30, bro? So the Bulls have 21 games left. We're at 24 wins now. That means we'd have to go at least 6 and 15 over our last 21. Yeah, they're probably going to get to 30. I mean, but they got so many games against top 10 teams coming up too. That's the difficult part of this. You know what? Let's have fun. Let's go through it real quick, right? Let's just go through. I don't predict wins or losses, but Cleveland on Tuesday, that's an L. Orlando on Thursday, that's probably an L. Miami on Saturday, that's a dub. So that's one. We got Indiana again next Monday. I'm going to say that's a dub. That's in Chicago. We're going to win that one. Against Brooklyn on Thursday on the 13th, that's a dub. So that's 3 right there. Against Houston on the 15th, that's an L. Against Utah on the 17th, that's a dub. That's 4. Against Phoenix, that's an L. Against Sac, that's an L. Against LA, that's an L. Against Denver, that's an L. Against the Lakers again, that's an L. Against Dallas, that's an L. Against the OKC Thunder, that's an L. Against Toronto, that's a dub. Against Portland on the April 4th, that's a dub. Against Charlotte on April 6th, if LaMelo's playing, that's an L. Against Cleveland on April 8th, that's an L. Against Miami, that's an L. Against Washington, that's a dub. Against Philly to end the season, that's a dub. So I got the Bulls winning 8 more games between now and the end of the season, which puts them right between or a little bit below my 30 to 35 win prediction for the Bulls. So I got the Bulls right now finishing with 32 wins on the season. 32 wins left on the season. So that's 8 more wins over the course of this season. There you go. I can see this fun hustle style game that the Bulls are playing becoming a home court advantage in 2025. All aboard the baby Bulls in 2025. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Don't get me wrong, Hayes. I still have a little trust in our tours, but I'm liking the youth movement combined with the major additions we made in the build. We're now calling these major additions. That's what we're doing here. Made it building out a player development staff. A lot of guys improve. We'll see, man. We'll continue to see. Hayes, are you looking forward to seeing our bench rotation with Iozo and the rookie we draft? I mean, listen, I'm not looking. Y'all so far in advance, bro. Like Io's out for the rest of the year. I'm not thinking about next year. Can we make it through the 21 games we got left, fam? Is that okay with y'all? Even my mother loves watching your show. Hey, she's watching. That's crazy. Shout out to Mama Troy. We appreciate you. I'm a little crazy, so I apologize for the cursing when y'all hear me curse, but it is what it is. I'll be trying to clean up the show a little bit, but then I'll be realizing I still got to be me, right? So I'm still crazy. So that is what it is. Bro, if the Bulls win 30 games, I'll go drink from a cow. Make sure you drink the milk from a male cow, Josh. That's what we all want to see you do. Make sure you go milk a male cow. That's what we want to see you do, brother. I speak for everybody that wants to. I don't want to watch the act, but I want to see you drink the milk from a male cow because that seems like the type of thing, your type of time. Can you put NFL Central in the description? In the description, no. Why would I put NFL Central in the description? But no, I just put the link in it at the bottom there, man. I can't wait to see Zach versus Bulls game. Yeah, I'm excited for that game as well. So modest, yes, absolutely. No, if we win 32, we won't get it. What are you talking about? We're not gonna be guaranteed to get a top 3 pick anyway. What do y'all not understand about that? What do you not understand? The Bulls are not going to be guaranteed a top 3 pick. They're going to need lottery luck to get it done anyway. Come on, man. Y'all got to get it together. Why you got us winning against Indiana and the Heat? Because the Bulls are bound to do something surprising. The Heat are a good team, right? But there's no doubt that they're more susceptible now without the Bulls, and the Bulls always get some crazy wins against the Heat. I think the game against Indiana in Chicago, if the Bulls play this same type of game that they played today, they're going to be able to get a win against Indiana at home in Chicago. Hayes, I'm trying to clean up the show. Also, Hayes, drink milk from a male cow. Hey, listen, I'm trying to look out for Josh, bro. I'm trying to look out for Josh, bro. Like Josh seems like the type. He seems like the type. That's like he'll dip his cookies in Mel's cow milk. You can't tell me Josh doesn't do that. It is what it is. Left my ass off. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog. I don't care what y'all say. That's still a hit. My kids used to watch that all the time when they were kids. I don't give a shit what nobody says. That song still comes out. My youngest, the odd times where he randomly watches Mickey Mouse Clubhouse again on reruns of my dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog. Yeah, I don't care what nobody say. I'm a grown ass man. I'll sit there and watch every episode. Don't let Backyardigans come on. That's a throwback. I know y'all listen. If Backyardigans come on, don't, especially the zoom in the Dune episode. Listen, I'm in that mug. You can't tell me nothing. Coby will miss games with that bump. Oh, listen, at this point, right? While the Chicago Bulls aren't being as egregious as the Brooklyn Nets or the Philadelphia 76ers, every reason they have to sit a player, they're going to sit. I'm telling y'all right now, this is what's happening right now in the Chicago Bulls locker room. The doctors, hey, Coby, hey, let's see your thumb. How do you feel? It's a little sore? Yeah, you'll be out for a week. And Kobe's like, no, I can play on Tuesday. I can play on, you're out for a week. Don't worry about it. But I can play. I just can take, don't worry about it. You're out for a week. It's a sprained thumb. We can't let you get back out there on the court. That's exactly what's going to happen. Mark my words. Mark my words. I don't care what nobody's saying. The Bulls are literally let somebody stub their toe on the table. Don't hit your baby toe on the table. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's about 10 days. That's about 10 days. Yeah, you out about 10 days, but it's just a stub toe. You out 10 days. Coby White's definitely missing at least a game. Well, mark my words. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced tomorrow that Coby White's going to miss a week with a sprained thumb. Watch what I tell y'all. Watch what I tell y'all. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it at that. So, it is what it is. Hold on, y'all. My mom was texting me again. What's going on? Y'all can't tell me shit. Let's look at the text my mama just sent us. Just wanted to tell the three of you that I love you all to the moon and back. Each of you are my heart. I'm so happy to have you as my children. Listen, if y'all don't get random texts like that from your mama, y'all ain't shit. That's what I'm telling y'all right now. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, I'm the type of guy to do that myself. I know you people ain't love the content. You know I gotta talk shit to you, Josh. I'm just messing with you, Brody. I'm just messing with you. What's up, bro? So many fans are checked out on the season and already to move on to next year, but this was a fun game. Love seeing the guys actually play hard. Keep it up. Let's see red. Absolutely, fam. Absolutely. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. We gotta go do Locked On Bulls, and frankly, I don't want to spend most of my evening talking about the Bulls losing. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. We're gonna go knocked out Locked On Bulls. Love you guys, man. Make sure you guys are following the channel at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullsCentralPod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. That's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See you red if you can, y'all. Peace. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Let's back up. Almost forgot to play the outro. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.